How to Own the World by Andrew Craig. Have you been wondering what the book How to Own the World is about, but don't have the time to read it? In this video we are going to summarize the book and extract all the core messages. Hey, it's Emma from 5 Minute Summary, where we cover the core messages of books and contents in 5 minutes. If you are new here, make sure you click that subscribe button. Let's get into it. The best definition of a truly wealthy person is that they are able to live on the money they make from their money, rather than the money they make from working. So few people optimize their finances and become wealthy is because they don't spend time trying their hand at investing. One of the fundamental truths of capitalism is that capital makes a great deal more money than labor. People who own businesses tend to make far more money than people who work for them. It is not an exaggeration to say that virtually every very wealthy person in history has accrued far more money from their investments than from being paid for their work. Arguably, the most important reason why most people fail at investment is that they fail to own a sufficiently wide range of investment products. Having a wide range of shares from all over the world, as well as property, bonds, and commodities, gives you the best chance of consistent success. One of the most successful investing strategies over many years is being properly diversified. Live on less than you earn and invest the rest. If you want to win at the money game, it is absolutely imperative that you create a financial surplus in your life and invest that surplus in a good variety of assets. You are going to be best off saving and then investing a minimum of about 10% of your monthly income. One of the most useful ways of trying to work out if a property is cheap or expensive is the return it would generate for you if you were to rent it out. Rental yield is the number you get if you divide the assumed annual rental income from a property by the assumed value of that property. It is a number that you can then use to compare the returns on property to any other asset you might be thinking about, including shares, commodities, bonds, or alternative properties. Property does generate a great deal more work than nearly all other investments. The sooner you arrange your affairs so that you can create some savings to invest in assets other than property, the sooner your wealth will start growing meaningfully. The main types of individual investment vehicles we are interested in are cash, property, bonds, stocks, commodities, funds, insurance products. Dividing your resources among the different investment vehicles is what is known as asset allocation. When you are young, you want to be looking to grow your money. As you age, however, you will want to ensure that you are investing more and more safely to preserve the pot you have made and be able to earn a decent income from it. The older you are, the more of your wealth you should hold in bonds and cash, and the younger you are, the more in shares. A bond is a loan divided into many pieces so that it can be made by lots of people. The interest paid by a bond is referred to as its coupon. There is basically no other way for a government to raise money other than from taxation or from selling bonds to investors. Lower bond prices mean higher interest rates and vice versa. They are two sides of the same coin. Given the relative rarity of government default, bonds have traditionally been viewed as the safest financial investment you can make, similar to keeping your money in a deposit account. The price-to-earning ratio is arguably the single most important thing you will ever learn about shares. The price-to-earning ratio multiple is widely available online and in the financial press. It is your first step to understanding whether a share is expensive or cheap. Earning yield is the amount of profit you are entitled to each year, expressed as a percentage of the price you paid for your shares. Just as with earnings yield, dividend yield is simply the percentage return you get if you divide the money you have invested in your shares by the money you get from your dividend. When you look at a company, it is important to look at how much that company has traditionally paid out in dividends and what analysts think it might pay out in the future. For the majority of people, funds are the most relevant investment vehicle. Buying the right funds at the right price will make a huge difference in your life. Active funds are funds where a fund manager tries to use his or her skill to pick the best shares or other assets such as bonds or commodities to make the best return possible for investors in that fund. When the author talks about owning the world, he means that you should own a wide variety of investment products or assets. In the long run, you will want to have cash, shares, bonds, commodities, and property, not just one or two of these. You should aim to own assets from all over the world, not just one geographical area such as the United States. Owning the world means that you end up being diversified both geographically and by asset class. Geographically diversified simply means that if one part of the world is having a difficult time, perhaps Europe or the USA, you still have a good chance of making money. Because you have exposure to another part of the world that is going up a great deal, for example, certain emerging markets. In general, the author suggests you allocate 60 to 70% of whatever you are able to invest monthly into owning the world, 20 to 30% into owning inflation, and keep 10% in a bank account as cash. If you enjoyed this video and find it valuable, click the like button and subscribe to the channel. Make sure to also check out the other videos in the personal development series where you will find more 5-minute summaries of amazing books. I'll see you on the next one.